7 scoreless innings, only allowing 1 hit, no walks, 7 strikeouts at a 1-2-3 first. And this second inning will start with a runner getting on base. Kyle Mock able to. This one gets to the backstop by Gassetti. Mock to second easily. It's 4th of the year. Chops it to third. There's Bryce Eblin with a great throw.
Evelyn over there just all by himself having to.
Trying to strike first in Tuscaloosa. First pitch, a fly ball into right center. Very playable for Pinckney. Out number 2, and Mock will stay at second. Yeah. Pinckney showing off his arm. Pinckney slid out. He's been battling with that ever since. McNary ends the inning with a strikeout, and that will close out the Crimson Tide hitter. The 8th pitch coming up here. And it's ball 4. Hamiter draws the leadoff walk.
This SEC, bunch of talent.
Chop to the shortstop. Gardner gets one. Won't be able to double up Ed Johnson. Yeah. 7 for 13 against Arkansas. Back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday of 3 hits. Throw to second. Seidel against the Razorbacks. Strokes it to left for a base hit. Johnson will stop at third as the throw comes in from Hartsfield. Men on the corners for the Crimson Tide with only 1 out. Lays down a bunt. Johnson coming in. It's rolled to the plate, but Johnson safe, and Alabama strikes first.
I was just going to say, I bet Coach went out and told him if they give you the bunt, take the out. Tried to make the hero play and
bounced over third base and into left field for a base hit. Seidel gets the easy wave. He scores to make it 2-0 Crimson Tide. It's an RBI single. 3-2. That hits Hodo to load the bases. 2-2. Chopped up the middle. There's one at second and at first. Wibb starts the double play, and that'll end Alabama's threat. To third, good backhanded pick, Bryce Eblin, and a great throw as well. For the AAA Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Big swing and a miss by Gardner as he strikes out.
Yes, both ways.
And a base hit to left against the shift. Myers aboard once again.
Looks like he dropped a little slider kind of in under his hands.
Into the shift. And the inning is over. 3 scoreless frames. Sprays it to center field for a base hit. Myers was shaded closer to right center, and Pinckney is aboard as the leadoff.
Been
a walk to Williamson. He's been doing that better than 2 on, nobody out. He swings away and lines it into left. Running grab made by Hartsfield. Runners will have to stay where they are. Payoff pitch. Ripped into center for a base hit. Easy wave for Pinckney. He scores. Tommy Seidel with a 2-out RBI single. Crimson Tide 3, Trojans nothing. Fouls away another slider. That was the 5th stolen bag of the year for Tommy Seidel. High in the air to very shallow left. This will be trouble, but put away in foul ground by Gardner, the shortstop, and that will end the. Sullivan right to first. Exit velo like crazy off the
ball. That's like change up away. Let's stay. You need to stay away from that power.
Slow chop to Jarvis for out number 2. Now nobody at third base for the Tide. That'll roll in for a base hit. Past Johnson into right. Chops it into right center. It'll hang up in the air for Seidel, and that'll close out the inning.
Sometimes it winds up, you believe it. But no harder league than the SEC to come.
Inside, the second walk tonight for Hodo. Jarvis with a walk. Back-to-back free passes for the Crimson. Balk was called. Leaf third base umpire Lance Weems.
Yeah, he's been a little quick to the plate. Didn't quite.
0-2 again. Pinckney will keep it in play to right field. Backing up on it, Mock. Can't make the grab on the warning track. Alabama adds to its lead. Hodo scores. It's a 4-0 Alabama lead. Up the middle, base hit Drew Williamson. Jarvis scores. RBI single for Williamson. 5-0 Bama. To shallow right field for a hit. Pinckney hustles in from third. 6-0 Crimson Tide with the Williams.
Mixing it up. It's always not that Auburn, Alabama needs any more excitement.
Here's some excitement to left field. Easy wave given to Williamson. Well in front. And now it's the Crimson Tide 7 and Troy 0. RBI single for. And he works the walk. 4-pitch walk will load him up.
Yeah, that 4-pitch walk as a coach, that's scary.
Strokes it high to straightaway center. Myers there with the grab for out number 2. Amateur tagging and scoring. A sacrifice fly for Eblin makes it 8-0 Alabama. Rolled slowly to third. Force out will close out the inning with Kavanaugh, but the inning did feature 5 runs for the Crimson Tide. That has to make Brad Bohannon smile. We'll talk with the head coach. High and deep in the air to right field. Long chase for Seidel, and that's gone. Troy is on the scoreboard with the first homer of the season by Donovan Wibbs.
Well, that's just the game of baseball. Trying to find his timing, get back. No home runs on the year, wind blowing in, and 8-0, and steps up, finds a dog out of the park, and doesn't quite have the intensity of a weekend game. And we got
that'll drop in for Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh finding a hole over there. Seidel on his horse, but just not able to.
Sullivan sends it high into right center field. Seidel, and it's in and out of the glove.
Going to be an out at second.
Late break there, and the Crimson Tide will get that out. So now Sullivan at first as Mock bounces that to right field.
You can take for granted that it's 8-1.
And he picks up the strikeout, went back to the fastball.
You know, when you throw 95, a little.
Down the left field line for a base hit. Sullivan scores, getting the wave around third, Kyle Mock. Here comes the throw from Jarvis to the plate. Gassetti with the tag and the out. And as a freshman, did work last week as a pinch hitter in the Middle Tennessee against Florida, then Fayetteville against Arkansas. Swinney chops it to third, 1 out there. They'll beat it out at first. Smacks it up the middle, and it'll get through just under the glove of Gardner. Hustling to third base is Swinney.
He turned the Jets on when
Wibbs waiting for it, and he can't make the grab. Another run scores. There will be a force out at second base for out number 2, but the Tide will take it. West 3 for 11 at his time at the plate. Eblin running. And he'll go right into the tag, and that will close out the bottom of the 6th inning. Alabama grows the lead. You know it's coming soon. Alton Davis starts the inning with a strikeout.
Cole Myers.
Kavanaugh lining it to second. And right there's Bryce Eblin. Started the game. High chop. Fielded well for the out. So the shift worked for the Crimson Tide there. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th in that final month of the year. Rolled to third by Pinckney to start this bottom of the 8th inning. Ripped to right for a base hit. Drew Williamson keeps on hitting.
Boy, sometimes it not.
Base hit right down the line against the shift. Max Williams comes through. Wave given to Williamson. The throw home. Williamson in there, and it's an RBI double for Max Williams.
See if he can find an arm slot that works tonight.
First pitch pop up by Swinney to short. There's Cobb losing his footing, so running in is Hartsfield from left field. Kenny with the 1-2. Right to Cobb, and Webb Jim closes out this bottom of the 8th inning thanks to start this inning. And on 2 big hops to second, Eblin fields it well. 1 pitch, 1 gone for Gainey in the 9th. Right to first, Williamson says, I got it. Against Arkansas State, Thursday to Saturday, Alabama home against Mississippi State. And the Crimson Tide pick up a 10-2 victory against Troy as Alabama's a perfect 9-0 in midweek games this season.